Welcome back, everybody, to Federal Braces installation series, video series. And we're out here in our warehouse, and this is Bryan. Say hi to Bryan.
Hello.
Bryan is usually on the other side of the camera. He's our graphics guy, he's our video guy, he's basically everything around here. But we're in the warehouse, and we are going to be mounting a new product that we have. It's an exciting new product, isn't it, Bryan?
Mm-hmm.
It's very exciting. This is what? What is it?
The universal shelf design.
Okay, so a universal shelf design is made to do.
Well, for right here, what we're doing, we're hanging from the ceiling so you can make a nice hanging shelf.
And here's an example of it right here. We got half of it up. Okay.
We'll kind of open up your cabinetry so you don't have to have it tied into the wall. You can tie it straight to the ceiling.
Okay, so this is an open shelf type installation. Okay, and what else can the universal?
Well, we can also use it to make desk legs or long tables to the back of your couch.
Very
next
cool.
To your door along the wall.
Very cool. So you can actually mount this to the floor, huh?
Mm-hmm. So we got holes on every shelf there.
Okay, on every level there's holes and they're slotted.
The slots accommodate for the expansion of the wood that you put in there if you choose to use wood.
Okay. I also imagine it's kind of useful if you have a shelf sliding it back and forth in there to get it right in the right spot. The universal shelf is a awesome design, very versatile for people. And the other thing that I really like about this, Bryan, this is 1/4-inch steel, right?
Oh yeah,
this
really
is,
heavy duty stuff.
This is heavy duty. But the great thing I like about it is the profile you get with it. I mean, if it were a wimpy, thin gauge material, you would, people wouldn't look. There's no distinction in that.
You tie that into the wall, it's not going anywhere.
You're not just going to stay. It's going to stay where you put it. So I guess that's also a good point. If you're going to put up one of these things, you want to make sure and tie it into your studs, right, or your rafters. You can't. We're not mounting this with anchors.
You can put some serious weight on it, so you want to put some serious anchors on it.
Okay, good. So, guys, we're here. We're going to install our universal shelf. Again, we've got the first leg up. This is going to be the second leg. We have measured in from the side to determine where we want to mount our shelf support. And in this instance, we are actually the lines that we have marked are going to mark the outside edge of this leg. So, Bryan, it's really awesome that we have access to our substructure here, but we have to understand, and it's important, DIYers got to understand that in a lot of instances, renovations or installing this after a person sheetrocks up, they're not going to be able to get to their studs.
Ideally, you want to tie it into the rafters, but especially if you're going to run it perpendicular to the way your rafters are running, you're going to want to get in there either from the attic or removing your sheetrock and adding the extra blacking in between the rafters, and that's what we have simulated here.
Okay, now if I didn't want to mess with my sheetrock and I knew where my rafters were, can I still run a backer board over it?
Of course, as long as you're tying part into the rafters at some point.
So tie your board to your rafters, and then tie this up into your board in your cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So the point of what we're doing right now is we're going to mark our holes where we're going to be drilling our holes for this leg of the universal shelf, and we're going to set this up on that edge that we talked about, on the front edge here, right there. All right, look, Bryan. Okay.
Yep, should be good.
All right, so now that I've marked my holes with my marker, I'm going to now drill the hole that will be used to mount So, we've got a 3/8-inch bolt that we're using with our universal shelf. You want to use, if you're using a bolt setup, you want to use a drill bit that's slightly larger than that 3/8 measurement so that you can fit your bolt through there. If you're using a lag screw setup, you want to use a drill bit that's smaller than your lag screw so that you have material to bite into. With the universal shelf, we suggest using the bolt setup, but if you got to use the lag screws, you can do that as well. We're using some bearing plates, so that's cool. And we've got a bolt and a nut. All right, Bryan. All right, so now we just got them hand tightened in right now. I'm going to use a ratchet. hand ratchet, and the wrench. Now the nice thing with the hand ratchet is that you can prevent scarring or scraping on your finish here on your shelf. If you use a drill to do this, make sure you're careful not to scratch your surface. Okay, so guys, we've got our universal shelf legs installed. It's all set up, ready to hold some shelves. Bryan, finish on the shelf legs.
You can either get it in raw steel or powder coated black.
Raw steel, powder coated black. Now, why would I get it in raw steel?
Because raw steel, you can kind of you can finish it clean off, put a nice clear coat on it yourself, and then you get that real industrial look. If you want to go for that industrial urban look in your apartment or your home.
That's awesome. And also, if you want to paint these any colors, any type of metallic paint will work on the raw steel format. So you got some options there. The other great thing about this particular bracket is that you've got options on what you put inside there. So if you got shelving, wood, old decking wood, or anything and reclaimed wood, you can put that on these things. We just got a little 1x6 here that we're going to put into it, but just to give you an idea, simply install it on there. You can have 3 levels up. Also, we've got your slots for you to screw in and to secure your shelves onto the bracket.
If you choose.
So it wouldn't slide back and forth. So if you want to do that, you can do that. You can do an overhang setup like this, Bryan. If you want to do an overhang setup, or you can cut that to size and fit it right in there, real nice and tight. Great versatile product here for people to use. DIYers, designers, contractors, on the floor, up in the air. This is a great shelf system. Mm-hmm. Very versatile. So Bryan, how does a person find out more about this product?
Well, you can either go find us on www.federalbrace.com, or you can call us toll free, any of our customer service reps at 877-353-8899. They will be happy to help you and set you up.
Awesome. All right, guys, go check this thing out. Have a great day.